Not every day is design day in my world. Some days I need to concentrate my whole day on completing tasks that have been piling up, some communications with certain clients, some communication with work colleagues. And today's just one of those days where I'm not going to do any type of design or work on any design projects that are on my to-dos, because I kind of need to clear the deck right now. And in order for me to do that, I need to kind of batch today as just getting the small stuff done that keeps the agency running smoothly. And it also helps me clear my head and take a break from the design project so that when I hit them, hopefully tomorrow, I have fresh new eyes on what I'm designing and I can improve on certain things. But yeah, this past week, well, earlier this week, I've been heads down designing 2 spring campaigns for our clients that we're going to launch obviously in spring. These are landing pages. One is actually we ran last year and did fairly good, so I'm excited to rerun that one. I made a few adjustments to the copy. I actually changed the whole hero section differently, and before there was a lot of content in the hero sections, and now it's much cleaner and it kind of hits to the spring season. And also it just all around much better clear message to the sales page. Most of our clients are actually going to be running that, and then the next spring design project that I'm currently working on is actually we're hitting a different angle, or I'd say a different hook. We're actually going to create a program where they pay a certain amount. For example, it's $45 for a 21-day program, and they can earn $5 back for every session that they go to. And if they go to 3 classes a week for 3 weeks, they essentially get their money back. So the whole program can be considered free or at a very low rate. And this is the hook to get people to my clients' gyms so that they can provide a great value service at their gym and then turn them into members after the 21-day program. Some owners can even be can use this opportunity to be hey, we can put that $45 towards your membership and have a really cheap monthly rate. It's really up to the owner at that point. Our job as a marketing agency is to get as many people who are high quality leads to their gyms so that they can close them as members. And by high quality, we mean people who have put money on the table for a low barrier offer, a short program, just to get a taste of the gym and get some results. Because obviously it's a 21-day program, so they're going to see results mentally and physically. And if they like the gym, then they'll be able to become members. And that's essentially what we do in our marketing agency. Since we are a lead generation marketing agency, I guess you can say, it's all these weird terms, I don't know, but that's the one that makes more sense to us. Most of our clients are in the fitness and health industry. However, we're always open to try other service businesses, medium to large companies, mostly local, and we work well with franchises. A big clientele is from a fitness franchise company called Fit Body Bootcamp. So that is where most of our clients come from, because we've been able to provide great value to those types of clients, and what we do fits perfectly with their business. So yeah, that being said, like I said, today is a lot of tasks that need to be done. Yeah, so I just came back from my walk. It's a nice day out there. I really wanted to go mountain biking today, but with the tasks that needed to be done today, I'll have to do that another day. But what I at least try to do is get my steps in and get out of this workspace at least every day, because I am stuck here most of the day by myself too, which is not so fun. So I try my best to get out, get some fresh air. I try to hit at least 5 to 10K steps. I'm not even there yet today, so I need to go out again and get some more steps in. And I'm just doing a midday check-in. I was able to finish a lot of the stuff that I wanted to today, which I'm very happy. And I'm excited now that tomorrow I'm going to have a lot more time to work on the spring design projects that I have. But other than that, it's kind of the work that kind of nobody talks about when you run a business, you're a freelancer, or you help run an agency. It's some days is just putting your head down and getting small things that have piled up and knocking them out, delegating what you need to, and taking over the important tasks that only you can do. And this year, I'm, practicing more of letting go of some of the stuff that I don't need to be doing. And that was actually one of my tasks today. Is I created an SOP using Scribe. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's a game changer. It like tracks all your clicks, all your types. So literally you just do the task and it will track everything in a step form. And I'm able to now have a page that has all the steps to the tasks that I want to be completed. And I kind of just send that off to the agency or a work colleague that can help me out. And they take care of they just follow the step-by-step instructions, and they're able to do it now moving forward, which is awesome. And now I don't have to worry about that part, I just don't have to worry or take time out of my day to do that process. And I just keep thinking of like ways to delegate more, create more instructions, SOPs. But this is pretty much it for the day. And it wasn't, I guess it's not, so it's not like the sexy design work that everybody thinks when you mention you're somewhat of a, web designer or a landing page designer. It's some days are, just taking care of small little tasks. I wouldn't say small, actually, it's just task in overall sense. But I think as far as today, I may be done as far as work goes. It's a little too late to go out and hit the mountain biking trails out here, but maybe another day I'll be able to do that. For now, I may just take a break, get some more steps in actually.
Aquel amor se terminó. Fue un sueño que no fecundó.
Good morning! So today I had a lot of plans to design a few projects that I'm currently working on, but few things changed this morning. My daughter woke up a little under the weather, has some upset stomach, a little bit of fever, so she's staying home with dad today. And I don't know if you can hear her, but she's feeling a little better. I gave her some Tylenol and she's doing puzzles right now. What'd you do? You did it? Good job. You feel better now? You did 3 puzzles? So today I'm working from the living room and we're still gonna get as much work as we can. There will be some disruptions, but that's life and we gotta keep moving forward. So today, like I said, I'll be doing some design work still. Not as much as I wanted to, but we'll manage. And I still have a call today with my business partner. So and let's see how today goes. I'm actually also gonna try, I have my Insta360X5 that I use usually to do some POV shots of mountain biking, but I just want to try it out how it looks like when I vlog with it. And we're gonna see, I'm gonna do 2 versions. I'm gonna do the single lens version and see how that looks, and also the 360, because 360 you can do iLog, which you can color grade it much better in production. So we're gonna see, test it out. I'm just curious, really, just to play around with the cameras I have. These are usually my main one. I have an X3, but I need to sell that. I'm not using that, especially after I have this one. I have an old GoPro Hero 9 that I need to get rid of too, and a Sony a5100 that I want to also sell. And then, since I've been vlogging, I've been really into like just cameras, and like I've been really into also like color grading and making the video. I like the edit process of videos, and I'm really enjoying, being creative in that domain. So of course, I'm looking at full frame cameras, especially in the Sony. I'm looking at getting is it EV1? I think it's like a really good one that I've been doing research on. And then the one after that would probably be the A7S III for vlogging purposes. But those 2 cameras are pretty high as far as cost. So if I do think about getting one in a few months, or maybe later on this year, I think I'm gonna probably get it used. I'm gonna look for them I'll keep my eye on OfferUp and Facebook Market to see. I see some already, and there's some that I already want to buy, but it's just too soon. I'm still learning, how to vlog, I guess. We'll see. So I'm gonna switch it off to this just to see how it looks. All right, this is the Insta360 on single lens. And 1 second, let's see here. I just wanted to check. It's in single lens 4K mode. 24 frames per second. So this is how it looks like. And I just looked at my work today as far as like task communication, and it looks like it's going to be another day of just getting tasks done, getting things that are due. So it looks like I won't be able to design, or I won't be able to work on projects today, but it is what it is. And with the sick daughter also, it's gonna be a challenge, but it's gonna happen and we're gonna complete it. And hopefully in future videos, or maybe in this vlog, I don't know where I'll add it, I will show you guys what I'm working on as far as design projects that I'm doing. And yeah, but for now, I'm gonna get straight into it because I don't have a lot of time, and I'm just gonna get working.
Yeah, we work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December. My bitch came up in ankle with her mama was her daddy.
All right, it's Monday, it's a fresh start. Last week was a lot. My daughter got sick again. Friday night, I was up late fixing a plugin for our WordPress multi-site, and yesterday I had a migraine that was pretty brutal. Hurt right here and it lasted hours. Kind of took that as a sign to just give my body a little bit of break and just rest, and that's what I did yesterday. But the deck is clear now, and I finally get to show you what I've been working on, and that's our 2026 Spring into Action funnel. We ran this one last year and it did well, but I took a look at the copy and there was a lot of junk in there. So I kind of went with AI now that I have a pretty awesome project in Claude AI, and I've been working on this prompt and modifying it every time, and it knows our market research, it knows our demographics. I fed it like over thousands of, I fed it thousands of surveys that we've accumulated throughout the years, and it just knows how to write copy for a demographic. So I used that to review the copy again, and there was a lot of junk, and I went and removed quite a bit. You know, I didn't really change the design of it because it looks pretty clean. It's just more of the copy that I stripped down and just tinkered a little bit of stuff that you won't even recognize. It's more for my eyes, like it bugs me. But yeah, like the funnel worked well last year. I converted, but I thought, do I leave it alone or do I go in and strip our stuff that doesn't need to be there? So I decided to just go in and see what I can improve on, because I think there's always room to improve on. Every year, almost, I wouldn't even say every year, it's like on a daily basis or even weekly basis, you're just learning more and learning more. The more you do, this saying that I like, it's like movement brings clarity, and you just gotta move. You gotta keep doing what you do. You gotta show up, and eventually you start to notice how much you improved, especially when you go back to previous designs that you did or previous work that you did, and you're just like, I think if you cringe, it's a good sign. Like you're like, why did I put that there? Why does this look like that? So that's what I'm always looking at older copy and seeing how we can improve on. So that's what I did for this campaign. And then there's another one that, like I talked about previously, it's a new style, it's a new hook. It's also going to be out in spring. We're going to test this just on a few clients. I'd say like a handful of clients that want to agree on this test. And the hook is kind of like pay back their registration, and it's just pretty cool. But I'll talk about that either in this vlog or in the next vlog. But right now, I'm just gonna show you what I changed on the landing page, and yeah, we'll go with that. All right, as you can see, there are the two landing pages here. To the left is the one we ran last year, and this is the updated version. They're two different clients, so the before and afters and the group pictures are different because they're from the actual location. But kind of what I wanted to focus on was the copy. This is what we call the hero section. I think is the most important part, is what if you can hook them on this, they'll continue reading or even straight by after this. So it's really important. So you can see here that the before last year, there's a lot of copy here, and it kind of it doesn't digest well when you read it. And even this here too. So I shortened it quite a bit. So I really have just the main headline and the sub headline that I want them to focus on, and then obviously some important information below. And you'll see here that last year I did a break free from fitness roller coaster to break free from the start and quit cycle, which this one is more like the original one here is very vague, doesn't really make sense. It's a nice play on words, but its play doesn't convert. The start and cycle really hits, because you know exactly what that means. It's when you start something and you end up quitting and you keep doing that, and that's very common in fitness industry. So we changed that, and then the main headline, we kept kind of like the main here, the main part, which is really nice. But I wanted to add with coaching and accountability that keeps you showing up, because this kind of supports the start and quit cycle. It tells them that they're going to be consistent because they're going to have a coach and they're going to have accountability and a community that's going to help them stay consistent. And consistency is a major part that our demographic struggles with. So that's the main hit we do here on the headline. And then let's see here, the sub headline. See, like this right here, before there was a lot of junk. So I cleaned it up and I just said, the sub headline's job is to kind of support the headline here. And like when somebody reads this, they're going to think, well, how am I going to lose 8 to 16 pounds in 28 days and coaching and accountability? Well, we mention it here, how. They're going to do 3 workouts a week, 30 minutes each, coaches check in, and a community cheering you on. Everything you need to finally see results and keep them. This is a great supporting sub headline. And then down below is kind of like the important information of when it starts, and that they can actually get 52% off if they register today. As opposed to this, it has a perfect for busy local residents who struggle to stay on track. It's nice, but doesn't really support this. Ready to finally see results that stick. This is more like a headline, a hook. I don't know why we added it here. Then we do supporting sub headline, but it still doesn't hit. So there's a lot of junk here. So you can see maybe this one's much cleaner on the right. All right, so you'll see here on this headline, time for a fresh start this spring. It's very vague again, like it's kind of quick to create. Like it's this side right here, we did more of a PAS framework, which is problem, agitate, solve. And that main subheadline here, well, I wouldn't say subheadline, headline for this section continues to support the consistency issue that our demographic has. So finally, a program that doesn't leave you figuring it out alone. That's great, to opposed to time for a fresh start this spring. Also, the image here is just there isn't an image here that kind of reflects the result that we want them to have. This one, it shows that they're not alone. It shows the community. It shows the coach giving her a high five. They can see themselves in this woman right here giving the high five. So we hit the problems. So the problem is, they've tried it before: keto, intermittent fasting, Weight Watchers, even a gym membership that they stopped using after 2 months. And every time the same thing happened, they start and then they end up stopping. And we kind of mentioned that not really is their fault. It's because they're doing it alone and no one's checking in, no one's noticing, and there's no actually plan that actually fits their life. So that we kind of agitate the problem and then we solve it. And this is how we solve it. Our sessions, their sessions fit into their packed day, not the other way around. You'll keep showing up even when life gets crazy, and delivers real results without any extreme restrictions, and gives you the support and accountability that actually makes them stick with it. This Spring Action is that program. And then bam, we hit them with a testimonial video, which is only 2 minutes. We mentioned here 2 minutes and 55 seconds, so they don't think it's going to be like a crazy long video. And then we mentioned here actually what I did here is I moved the video section up here instead of the transformations, because we do list 2 transformations already here, before and afters, I mean. And then here's what we had last year for the video section. Watch how Aaron broke free from the fitness roller coaster. Again, we used this fitness roller coaster last year, and it doesn't really, again, it's a nice play on words, but doesn't mean anything. And transformed their life. There isn't actually numbers that we attach to it. So this time around, I put how Aaron lost 100 pounds after years of starting over. Again, we hit the start and quit cycle. And then after that, we hit them with a call to action, what the program actually costs if they registered today. This section last year, the bullet points were kind of very short. They didn't have any benefits toward them. It was just like what you get, bam, bam, bam. This time I added some more benefit. We added instead of a feature, we added a feature benefit. So it's like unlimited 30-minute fat burning workouts, weekly check-ins so you never feel lost or stuck, simple nutrition guidance so you can actually follow. So it creates a benefit of what they actually get as opposed to just sustainable nutrition guidance, So that's that. We keep the training sessions and schedule, all that stays the same. This what you get section It also stays the same because it worked really well last year. And then now we hit them some before and after. And let's see here, our usual FAQs, some more before and afters, our reviews. So actually our reviews, I did change that. If you look here, it says don't take our word for it, read what our local community says. Like we're assuming that what they're about to read is reviews, but they already know they're about to read our reviews. They know they come local. And these are actually, what makes it apart from other reviews is we're actually pulling them up from their Google business, which is really important. It makes it valid. So instead of don't take our word for it, we actually, again, hit the pain point. They struggle to stay consistent. Now they don't miss a workout. And you can see the reviews here, why they don't miss the workout, because it's so fun. It's the best workout. You'll see here, after years of insecurity, I found a gym where I can go and feel confident. These are the reviews we want. Then we hit them with a still on the fence. That stayed fairly the same. Oh, actually, I changed this quite a bit. I forgot. So we said still on the fence. Remember, this isn't about perfection. This one actually works. One that understands you're busy. This is actually pretty decent. But here's what I changed it to. You started programs before. You've seen results before. But then life happened and you found yourself back to square one. This time is different because you won't be doing it alone. In 28 days, you could feel stronger, lighter, and actually proud of yourself with sticking with something. Or you could wait and wonder what if for another season. I love that. So yeah, so then we go in there and they can now register. And then obviously the order form is nice and clean, not too busy. It's like one goal, sign up, that's it. All the selling point should be done on the sales page. When they go to the order form, they know exactly what to do. There isn't any before and afters here. There isn't any more copy to distract them. It's like, bam, you want to do an express pay with Google Pay or do you want to pay with credit card? And that's how we do it. So hopefully this kind of like helps you guys out in any ways, kind of the way I do it. And it works, it converts. So yeah, that's it. So quick update here. It's about 10:30 p.m. and I have just sent out the instructions templates to the agency that's going to help me build out these funnels. So production starts tomorrow and I'm pretty excited because now usually I would have to start building myself these funnels, but not anymore. And now I can move on to the next project, which is the other spring design project that I'm working on. And I'll tell you guys more about that one in the next vlog because I think this is where I would like to end this one. I don't know how to really sign off on these vlogs. So yeah, I'm still learning how to do this. So yeah, so I'll see you guys on the next one.